Once again, it's time to praise Microsoft, which turns my stomach almost as much as praising Google for things. But once again, May security update, they keep updating the Microsoft Surface Duo. And that's after a year, basically, of ignoring this thing. Now that the Surface Duo 2 came out, they've been pretty consistent with software updates throughout. We had the May update, April update, March update, which actually gave us some new features, which is awesome. You could link this device to your PC using Android apps on your PC, which is quite helpful. Not quite a DeX type deal, but it certainly expands the capabilities of the Microsoft Surface Duo, which is nice. They haven't been overly aggressive with new features, which is good, because A, they had plenty of work to do on just the features that they originally wanted to release with the Surface Duo, but also, I'd rather them work on those things as opposed to giving us features that, yeah, they sound nice on paper. Yeah, it makes it seem like they're being up to date and they're adding new stuff in there and they're still working aggressively on using the capability of the device, and that's fine. But I'd rather them keep refining. Once a device gets to, what are we, almost 2 years old on the original Surface Duo, just work on refining it and making sure that it's optimized, that my experience stays the same as it did out of the box, or in this case, a heck of a lot better than it was out of the box. And for the most part, they've done that. The usability of this device just keeps getting better and better and better each month. And the one thing that they've cleaned up a lot of, and it seems like every single update just keeps getting better and better, is the orientations and the gestures. Knowing which orientation that you want. Well, you always knew which orientation you wanted to be in. Whether the device knew which orientation you wanted to be in was a completely different story. But that has gone from maybe 40% accurate to the downside, meaning this device was only 40% accurate when you'd fold it over and switch screens and tap which screen you wanted to be on, to now being, I think, well over 90 or 95%, which is quite good. And it's a heck of an improvement over where it was. This device, to me, was borderline unusable on Android 10, and Android 11 really made some great improvements with that, and they've just, with every single security update since then, has made it better and better, to the point where I really love this device. I like the form factor in the first place. I think it's neat, but now when you use it, it's less of a thing where you're kind of putting up with it, and more that you're enjoying it when you're using it more and more, which is great. So when they basically cleaned up the notification stuff, switching from Android 10 to Android 11. The notification shade got a heck of a lot better, made the usability a heck of a lot better, and just running a lot smoother, which changed it over. And I used my Fold 2 for the last week or so, just kind of getting that feel back for the foldable devices, because, in a few months we're going to have the Fold 4, we're going to have the Flip 4, and all the rest of it. So I kind of want to get back into that. But using the Fold 2, and then coming back to this, it made me value this a heck of a lot more, how thin the device is. And I don't mind the big hinge in the middle, because you're getting two massive displays, and it's a way to get more screen real estate, meaning the Surface Duo, in a way that's less maintenance. I understand that my Fold 2 has been incredibly durable in the 2 years that I've had the device. I've dropped it a couple times, I've taken it outside, it's been in the rain, it's been through stuff that normally, as first advertised, you had people, we were scared of it. But you're still it's an expensive device, not that this isn't, but it's an expensive device that comes off as a touch fragile because of the display, because of the hinge, things that you want to watch out for. So you find yourself not being as rough with it, you think about it, all right? It's conscious when you bring your Fold 2 outside, even today, even just opening it up outside above concrete, there's still something in the back of your mind. It's like, wait a minute, I got to be extra careful here. I got to make sure that my hands are extra sturdy when I'm opening this device to make sure I don't drop it. And around water and stuff like that too. Putting it in a pocket, tissues in your pocket, something like that, which I have quite a few of. There's lint, stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that with the Microsoft Surface Duo. It's glass, it's the metal hinge. You literally throw it in that messenger bag, throw it in the pocket, throw it in the suit pocket. You open it up with confidence. You're not as worried about it. I slam it shut. I toss it around. I don't feel like I have to baby it like I do a Fold 2. And so you get the screen real estate, you get the usability, you get to have multiple apps open, but you get it in a form factor you feel you could actually take outside a little bit, get a little rough with, and it's not going to break. On the flip side of that, too, is when we talked about the thinness, that's why I really was disappointed that they went with a different kind of form factor, sort of, with the Surface Duo 2. I don't like the fact that they went to the camera hump. I don't like the fact that they got a bit thicker, because this is just incredibly thin and light and great engineering. It looks like the kind of the peak of engineering when you have the hinge as well as robust as it is, as well built as it is, on a form factor just so slim that when you have it in your back pocket, which you don't, listen, still a plastic frame, don't sit down when it's in your back pocket. Put it in a breast pocket, put it in a jacket pocket, something like that. Your cargo pants, guys, for the summer. If you're super cool and you wear your cargo shorts, put it in that front pocket there. But it's one that you could carry around and not have to worry about. And it's light and thin, and you get all that usability. And I've really been using the dual apps more. See, I kind of have them set up here. My investing one, so I could have Coinbase and TD Ameritrade open up. I can see how much money I'm losing on 2 screens instead of 1. Recession, am I right, fellas? At least I don't own a Bored Ape, so that's good. But that's kind of neat that you could have it. I don't necessarily use it for multitasking, but it is nice to have information up on one screen that you're referencing and then doing stuff on the other screen, especially for emails. If you're researching something, if you're sending something to, like a lot of times when I'm talking to people for YouTube, I have my metrics up on one screen and I have the emails going out to whatever vendor or people I'm trying to reach out to on the other screen, so I could give them kind of accurate information. Same thing, if you're looking up something on Google that you want to include in an email, it's great to have it side by side as opposed to just keep going back and forth and having to flip back and forth and switch apps and do all the rest of it in order to get your information right. It's nice I don't use it for Instagram and Twitter at the same time or anything like that. I have one chat app open, and I'll have a video app open. I'll be texting friends on one side, and I'll be watching a game or something on the other side. It's great for that. I use the Wing for that quite a bit as well. And the orientations, like I said, and we'll do this live, and it'll actually fit. Now, see, look. Yeah, exactly. It gave me the screen I wanted. It was fast about it, and it switched right over without the multiple flickerings or glitches that you used to get with it, which is quite nice. So once those gestures, because the idea was neat, right? The idea was cool of what it wanted to do, but the execution at first was just so poor. And then you added the price tag on top of it. It was a big ask for something that wasn't running that well. But now that it is, I've actually come to like it quite a bit. It's still available new. I don't know if they raised the price. I think it's $6.99 now on the Microsoft site new, because it's gone up in value, and it's gone up in value as it's gone up in worth, because Microsoft is actually putting kind of their engineers to work, making sure it runs better than it did a year ago. And it certainly does that. This is a fully functioning, nice device that you're not going to be frustrated about. It's not like I said, it's not something you're putting up with anymore. It's something you're actually enjoying and using for the purposes. And like I said, my inbox has never been cleaner. I put BlackBerry Inbox on there, BlackBerry Hub. I got my BlackBerry apps. I'll have my email BlackBerry app on Inbox on one side. I'll have whatever else I'm doing on the other side, and it's just an overall excellent experience. I'll leave the Amazon Renewed link in the description. They've gone up a bit as well. Remember, I got these new on Amazon, I think for $400 a few months back. Now they've gone up. I think they're like $500, but I'll put the best renewed price and also put the best new price down in the link description below. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, enjoy your multitasking. Enjoy your Surface Duo. Need hardware. It was always need hardware. It was just you're talking $1,500, and the software wasn't quite there. But if you held in there, if you got it cheap, you're finally being rewarded. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.